Hi, I'm Nixon, the guy who spent 3 years jumping through hoops to prove my love was worthy. Spoiler alert, it never was. I grabbed my coffee and slid into the booth across from Marcus, who was already giving me that look, the one that said he was about to drop some truth I didn't want to hear. You're late, Marcus said, tapping his watch. Let me guess, Vanessa needed you to run another emergency errand before you could leave. She needed me to drive across town to get those special macarons she likes. The ones from that place that doesn't deliver. I shrugged like it was no big deal. Her promotion celebration dinner is tonight. The promotion you helped her prepare for by writing her presentation? I just edited it. And the one before that? And the application materials? And the networking events you attended as her +1 even though you hate those things? Marcus leaned forward. Nixon, when was the last time she did anything for you? I stirred my coffee with unnecessary focus. She loves me, Marcus. Does she, though? Because from where I sit, she's got you convinced that love is something you earn through an endless series of tests. They're not tests. She just has standards. Standards? Marcus laughed without humor. Last month, you canceled our fishing trip that we planned for 6 months because she suddenly needed you to repaint her apartment. She had that important client coming over. And the month before, you sold your guitar collection to pay for her trip to Miami. She really needed that vacation after. And did she take you with her? Marcus interrupted, eyebrows raised. The silence between us answered for me. You know what she told Elaine at the Christmas party? Marcus continued. That you're still a work in progress, but she's training you well. My stomach tightened. She wouldn't say that. Call Elaine yourself. I'm not making this up. Marcus pulled out his phone, scrolling to find something. Actually, here. Elaine sent me this from Vanessa's private Instagram, the one she told you she deleted. He slid his phone across the table. There was Vanessa in Miami, arms around a guy I'd never seen, caption reading, "Sometimes you need a vacation from training your boyfriend. This one doesn't need any training at all." When was this? My voice sounded hollow. While you were working overtime to pay for her trip. There has to be an explanation. But even as I said it, pieces started clicking into place. The mysterious calls, the weekends with just the girls, the way she'd check her phone and smile, then turn it away from me. There's more, Marcus said gently. I didn't want to be the one to tell you, but after you left Ryan's wedding early because Vanessa wasn't feeling well, she came back. With him. He pointed to Miami guy in the photo. She told me she was going home to sleep, I whispered. Nixon, she's been playing you. This whole prove your love thing, it's control, not love. Real love doesn't make you audition for it. I stared at the phone, swiping through more photos, Vanessa and Miami guy at restaurants, at clubs, at a beach, all while I was earning her love back home. What do? I finally asked. Marcus took his phone back. First, you stop trying to earn what she's freely giving to someone else. Nixon, is that you? Elaine's voice sounded surprised as she opened her apartment door. Vanessa said you were helping her mom move furniture today. Funny, her mom lives in Arizona. Haven't seen her in 2 years. I kept my voice level. Can we talk? Elaine hesitated before stepping aside. Come in. But if Vanessa finds out, that's actually what I want to talk about. I followed her inside, noting the familiar decor. Several items I'd helped Vanessa pick out for her best friend. Coffee? She offered, already moving to the kitchen. Sure, black, like apparently my understanding of my relationship. Elaine winced. So you know, I know some. Marcus showed me the Miami photos. I'm guessing there's more. She busied herself with the coffee maker. Look, Nixon, I've told Vanessa 1,000,000 times that she's making a mistake with how she treats you. You're one of the good ones. Not good enough, apparently. That's not, she sighed, handing me a mug. The thing with Vanessa is, she doesn't actually want someone who jumps through her hoops. She's testing you, but you're failing by passing, if that makes sense. It doesn't. Her dad left her mom for someone who stood up to him. Vanessa has this twisted idea that real love means challenging her, not serving her. I laughed bitterly. So by trying to prove my love, I'm proving I don't love her enough to challenge her? That's insane. I never said it was healthy. Elaine sat across from me. But the Miami guy, Trevor, he calls her on her games and she's obsessed with him. So why keep me around? Security? Validation? Free labor? She looked genuinely apologetic. And sometimes I think she actually does care about you in her way. Has she been seeing this Trevor guy the whole time? On and off for about a year. My coffee suddenly tasted like dirt. And everyone knows except me? Not everyone, just the inner circle. Vanessa's careful. And you all just let this happen? Some friends? Elaine's face flushed. I've tried talking to her. Why do you think she's been keeping me at a distance lately? She knows I don't approve. The doorbell rang. Elaine checked her phone and grimaced. That's Derek, Vanessa's brother. He's supposed to pick up some things for their mom's birthday. I didn't know you'd be here. Perfect timing. I'd like to talk to him too. Derek's smile vanished when he saw me. Nixon, didn't expect you here. Clearly, I replied. Vanessa said I'd be helping your mom move furniture today. In Arizona, interesting cover story. Derek glanced at Elaine, who shook her head slightly. Look, man, he started. Whatever's between you and my sister is built on lies, apparently. Did you know about Trevor? He shifted uncomfortably. It's complicated. It's really not, I countered. Either you knew your sister was cheating on me and said nothing, or you didn't know. Fine, yes, I knew. Derek's shoulders sagged. And I told her to cut it out or cut you loose. She promised she would. Which one did she choose? She said she ended things with Trevor. I pulled out my phone, showing him screenshots Marcus had sent me, dated just 2 days ago. Doesn't look ended to me. Derek stared at the photos, jaw tightening. That little liar, she swore to me. She's good at that, Elaine added quietly. So what are you going to do? Derek asked. I took a deep breath. First, I'm going to stop trying to earn what should be freely given. Then I'm going to document everything. The money she's taken, the lies, the emotional manipulation. Why document it? Elaine asked. Because when I walk away, I want it to be clean. No chance of her twisting the narrative. Derek nodded slowly. Smart. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry. You deserve better from all of us. The keys jingled in my hand as I entered our apartment. No, her apartment that I'd been paying half the rent for. Vanessa was at the dining table, surrounded by papers from work, looking up with that practiced smile that once made my heart race. There you are. How was helping Mom? She stood to kiss me, but I stepped back. Her expression flickered with confusion. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Everything's exactly as it should be. I set my phone on the table, screen up. I had a great chat with Elaine and Derek today, and Trevor sends his regards from Miami. The color drained from her face. Nixon, I can explain. I'd actually love to hear the explanation for this. I tapped the screen, playing a voice memo Elaine had given me. Vanessa's voice, clear as day, laughing about how I'd sold my guitars to fund her romantic getaway with Trevor. It's taken out of context, she stammered. Is it? Because I've got more. I swiped to the next piece of evidence. Here's you telling Derek that you're keeping me around because I'm useful. And here's your text to Trevor about your pathetic backup plan. That's me, by the way. Nixon, please. Those are private conversations. Nothing's private anymore, Vanessa. You made sure of that when you turned our relationship into a public joke. She switched tactics, eyes welling with tears. I made a mistake. I was confused, but I love you. You know I love you. No, you love what I do for you. There's a difference. That's not fair. I've been trying to make you stronger, to help you stand up for yourself. I laughed. By cheating on me? By lying? By making me jump through hoops while you're with someone else? That's not tough love, Vanessa. That's just cruelty. You don't understand. I understand perfectly now. I moved to the closet, pulling out the suitcase I'd stashed there earlier. I'm done trying to earn your love. It's not worth the price. She followed, voice rising. You can't just leave after everything I've done for you. Everything you've done for me? I turned, genuinely curious. Name one thing, one selfless thing you've done for me in the past year. Her mouth opened and closed, no answer forthcoming. That's what I thought. Fine, leave. Her voice turned cold. But don't think you'll get away with humiliating me like this. I'll make sure everyone knows what a pathetic, spineless loser you really are. I held up my phone, recording. Threats now? Keep going. This will be great for the restraining order if I need one. Her eyes widened. Are you recording me? That's illegal. One-party consent state. I checked. Get out, she screamed, grabbing a vase, one I'd bought her, and hurling it against the wall. Get out before I call the police and tell them you hit me. I stopped the recording. Thanks for that. Threatening false accusations. Very helpful. As I headed for the door, she grabbed my arm, nails digging in. You're nothing without me. Nothing. I made you. Elaine and Derek stepped in from the hallway where they'd been waiting, having heard everything. That's enough, Vanessa, Derek said firmly. Let him go. You're taking his side? She looked betrayed. My own brother? I'm taking the side of decency, Derek replied. This has gone too far. I shook free of her grip, noting the red marks on my arm. More evidence. Goodbye, Vanessa. Don't contact me again. Mr. Reynolds, these text messages constitute a clear pattern of harassment, Officer Daniels said, scrolling through my phone. And the recorded threats of false accusations are particularly concerning. It had been 2 weeks since I'd walked out of Vanessa's apartment. 2 weeks of escalating messages, calls from unknown numbers, and friends suddenly reaching out to tell me what a mistake I was making. I just want her to stop, I explained. I've blocked her everywhere, but she keeps finding ways to contact me. The restraining order should help with that. With this evidence, I don't foresee any issues getting it approved. Officer Daniels handed me back my phone. We've also got the statements from Mr. Wilson and Miss Cooper about witnessing the physical assault. Marcus sat beside me, a steady presence. And I've got documentation of the financial manipulation, the loans that were never repaid, the credit card she opened in your name. The fraud department is handling that separately, Officer Daniels confirmed. Miss Carter will likely face charges there as well. As we finished the paperwork, my phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. Outside the station, we need to talk. One last chance. I showed Officer Daniels, who frowned. Would you like an escort to your vehicle? Actually, I think I should talk to her with witnesses. Minutes later, we stood in the station parking lot, me, Marcus, and Officer Daniels at a discreet distance, as Vanessa approached, looking nothing like the confident manipulator I'd known. Her eyes were puffy, hair pulled back carelessly. Nixon, please, she began, voice breaking. I messed up. I know that now, but we can fix this. There's no we anymore, Vanessa. I love you, I really do. I just didn't know how to show it properly. She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. Everyone deserves a second chance. You had 3 years of chances. Every day was a chance to be honest, to be kind, to actually love me instead of using me. I'll change. I'll prove it to you. See, that's still the problem, I interrupted. You think love is about proving something. It's not. It's about giving freely without keeping score. I understand that now. Just give me one more. No. The firmness in my voice surprised even me. I don't want your promises or your proofs or your tests. I want peace. Her expression hardened. So that's it? All those years just thrown away? You threw them away, Vanessa, one lie at a time. You'll regret this, she hissed, mask slipping. No one will ever love you like I did. That's what I'm counting on. I turned to leave. I made you, she called after me. You were nothing before me. I stopped, turning back with a smile. And now I'm free. 3 months later, I sat across from Marcus and Elaine at our new weekly dinner tradition. Derek joined occasionally. Family loyalty only stretched so far, but he'd made his choice when he testified about Vanessa's history of manipulation. Heard from Elaine that Vanessa's community service started today, Marcus mentioned, 40 hours plus the financial restitution. Could have been worse, Elaine added. The fraud charges alone could have meant jail time. I didn't want that, I admitted. I just wanted her to face consequences and leave me alone. So far, it's working. And the new job? Derek asked, joining us late. Started last week. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you're not constantly trying to prove yourself worthy of basic respect. To freedom, Marcus raised his glass. And to earning what actually matters, I added, like self-respect. As we toasted, I realized something profound. Sometimes the best revenge isn't making someone suffer. It's reclaiming your power and watching them realize they never should have underestimated you. Have you ever had to walk away from someone who claimed to love you but whose actions proved otherwise?